All right. Got four lookers. Three now. Four. Well, I see four now. Give me five. Happy Father's Day, everybody. I lost my father. Me and my sister lost our father about 20 years ago. And I miss him a lot. Uh, he wasn't around very much when I was growing up, but I loved him much. Well, I got two people watching me. Uh, would you like to type something or what? Just kind of a lazy Sunday. Too hot to go outside. I really need to mow, but I don't mow on Sundays. My father taught me that years ago. Hello, John. John. Maria, give me hugs. Hey, I'm glad to see both of you here. Thank you for showing up. Welcome to our live stream. Uh, Maria's got 63 subs. Hello, Chase Elliott. There's a link for Maria. Give me hugs. Chase Elliott, right back at you, man. Yep. Okay. Chase has got 509 buses. I'm here to show support, have a little fun on the way. Well, that's not too bad in a month's time there, Maria. Okay, John. John, well, you can show me support then. Um, I was having trouble the other day. You guys said I was lagging. Am I lagging today? Because I can't tell on my end. Okay, Chase Elliott, I put a link up there for you. We need to support each and everybody, try to get over that 1,000 threshold. Uh, John, what's the reason for you not doing live streams or videos today? I haven't done any live streams for a while. I just I want to, but I get burnt out. And I don't want to interfere with other live streams, and there's so many of them that I don't want to step on their toes. You know what I mean? Because they're supporters of me. So WKZZR, thank you, man, for stopping by. I appreciate all the help I can get. Boy, you're doing great on your channel. 1.5K. Awesome. You did one yesterday. How did it turn out? And I never did get any answer. Am I lagging today? You probably can't tell when I'm talking because I don't have no front teeth. I got a few, but well, that's good. WKZZR, I appreciate it. You're fine. Great. Thank you, Maria. I made I made a video or a live stream the other day, and they said I was lagging real bad. And I don't know what took place that YouTube had trouble. Um, I I got the yellow dollar sign, and it went away for a while, and now it came back. But on a live stream, you don't make a whole lot of money. I'm just shooting for the fun of doing it. That's number one, and we have to keep our watch hours up, and that's the best and easiest way to get your watch hours to go. So you don't have any teeth? Do you have false teeth? I've got some teeth. I got four on the top. Well, them's easy subs there. I'm still here. Um, I'm in Maria's channel, and she's got a whole bunch of people that she is sub to that I am not. And if I get subs back, that's great. If not, that's still great because I have supported. There's Drew Schaff. Drew, I thought I was sub to him. I know I'm sub to Food Force. I'm still here, people. You got a long list here to sub to. Okay. Now, there's Patrick. Hello, Patrick. Well, anybody that has a father living, I hope that you either call them, went and talked to them, um, told them that you love them, because if he wasn't in here when I first started the live stream, uh, I lost my father around 20 years ago. And I wish I could tell him that myself, but I can't. I think he knew that I did love him when he was alive. Team Good. Hello, my friend. 21 subs. Post a link there for you. That's a link for Team Good WW Bob. Check him out. If you show a little channel love, I'm sure that he'll show it back. I'm already bust to him, so the best I can do is post a link. Yes, happy Father's Day. I am not a dad. I have a dog. I've had dogs. Um, let's see how to explain that. I could be, but nobody that I claim. There might have been a wild seed down through the years. But it's still Happy Father's Day. And like I said, I'm thankful that I had my father, and he passed away about 20 years ago. Walla Walla. Okay. Hello, John. John, welcome back, man. The phone died. Oh, wow. Let me look at the map. Well, I see some clouds. The most of it's out in the Gulf of Mexico. I see a little bit north of Orlando. Well, that's good, John. John. Well, I hope it doesn't rain here for a day or two. Ray the Fam, welcome to our live stream. 662. Cool. I've got some bad weeds in my yard. Uh, I got this plan of action if it'll work. And I've got this stuff that's supposed to be better than Roundup. And if it doesn't rain, it works great. And I sprayed it the other day, and it says, 2 hours or so, you're good. Well, it just poured down rain. I don't know how many hours later, but it just poured down rain all night and it didn't work. So today I sprayed it again. And what I'm going to try to do, I've got this Zoya grass. I'm going to try to get it, the weeds that's there to die. And then that Zoya grass is just like strawberries. It'll start going across the yard. Hopefully, if nothing else, it won't have them. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of a weed that just takes over everything. It makes a great ground cover, but it's not grass. Yeah, John, I always turn mine on live chat. Yes, everybody check each other out. Please do. We're here to have fun, but if we can help each other to climb that ladder, we got to have the thousand buses. And I appreciate every one of you. We're up to 7 people watching. Good deal. Team Good, I'm already bust to you. I try to I try to keep track of everybody when they come in, make sure that I am bust to them. And I appreciate every one of you for being here. And like I said this morning or earlier, um, anybody here that has a father still living, I hope that you at least called him um, and told him you loved him. I mean, because I can't do that now. It's been 20 years since he's passed. Team Good, if I see anybody that I'm not bust to, I will bust them because I've heard so many people. Well, he doesn't have any buses. He doesn't have any videos. Hey, what of it? If you show him support, maybe he'll say, "Hey, somebody out there thought enough of me to bus up. I think I'll stick around and start doing some stuff or watching some other videos." You know, I appreciate if you watch mine, but the non-creators are just as important as the big creators. Because I used to be a non-creator, I just watch videos. Oh, I that Cartina on here every once in a while I'll say something and she'll open up. Well, John, the thing about that is she has to start somewhere. My sister doesn't have any videos. She's on vacation right now. I told her, I said, now you make some videos. You take some videos while you're going. And I said, when you get back here, we'll get some up on your channel. So she needs somebody to show her how to do it. Okay, Team Good, you've only got 22 buses, but hey, you're on your way. Uh, go to different live streams and say, hey, how you doing? Say hello to your host, just like you did me. And then while you're in there, you got to be a touch and go deal because some channels don't want you to come in just for buses, which you're not there just for buses. You're there to support them just like you want to be supported. Well, I don't understand. No, I didn't mean to go live. Go to live streams, just like you're in my live stream. And you can do that. But why won't they let you go live? Did you do something that they banned you? Well, that's what I was thinking, Ray, the fam. You should be able to. Now, if you're doing it on the phone, let's see, how is this? I think you got to have 100 subs before you can do it on the phone, but I might be wrong. But am I right or wrong there, John? John, if you're live streaming on the phone, don't you have to have 100 subs? Okay, so you did yours at 20. All right. Well, I've never live streamed on a phone, so I don't know how that is. I wouldn't even know how to do it. I'm doing good, Kelly. How are you? Are you feeling better? Oh, they changed it. Now what did they do, John? John? People who okay. So when you try to do the live stream at first, you enable it and then it takes 24 hours to do it. Okay. Well, good deal, Kelly. I hope things start getting better for you. Okay, John. John. Well, let's see. I haven't been doing YouTube like I am now for a year yet. I started, well, I guess it has been a year, but I don't know when I started doing live stream. Hi, Champagne. I got my sister's dog I'm babysitting. Oh, you heard that, didn't you? Yeah, I can't get it open. So, John, you started in 2010 and didn't make videos until 2020 or 12, I mean. But that's what I'm saying. See, you was a non-creator and you watched videos. So you help people like us now. You supported them, and that's what I'm saying. The non-creators are very important because they watch the videos. Oh, you lived in New York. Cool. That is a busy town up there. I don't know about Lockport, but the state of New York is busy. I took a cruise out of New Jersey one year, me and Pam. And on our way back, we had a bus tour that went downtown New York. And that was pretty interesting. But I sure wouldn't want to be driving. That's when you created your channel. Okay, now I actually started mine. I created my channel in 2009. And the very first video that I made was right after my hip surgery. And I made it in 2010. And it was like 28 days after I had my surgery. And I was walking without a walker or a cane by then. Yep, Kelly, you are doing fine. You, I think it's been less than a year that I knew you anyhow. You and John. That's what I'm saying. It takes support, and it's it's fun, you know. And I lucked out. I had people supporting me, and of course, I've been in a lot of live streams, and you know, I subbed to a lot of people, and I don't I don't get many back, but I've helped them. So there's the way that works. You know, don't don't look at it like, oh, I don't want to sub them because they won't sub me back. Well, that's not the way to look at it. You know, if if I do 20, 30 a day and I get one or none, I've done my share, you know, and and I have busted a lot of people that don't have any. They have zero. And just like oh, I can't remember who just told me that. Oh, Team Good. I was his second sub. Yeah, I didn't. default thumbnails. I didn't know how to do thumbnails until just here lately. And I don't mess with thumbnails on the live streams. I just leave it as is, because if I make a live stream for 2 hours, I don't expect people to come in there and watch me for 2 hours, you know. But they might run my playlist. Hello, Drone Life. It's me, he said. Oh, let me check out me. Cool. All right. Got 330 buses and a lot of videos. And a bunch of them is about drones, which looks awesome to me. $330 buses. There's a link for Drone Life. Look at his channel. Check him out. If you're already busting, watch a video or so. 330. Let's see if we can get him 335. Would it be that hard? It will not cost a dime. All the buses are free here today. All you have to do is click on that link. If it's red, click on it. That's all I'm asking, folks. It won't take any time. You're on here anyhow. Click on them links. When I put a link in here, please do. Just click on it, and even if you don't like somebody's video, it's not going to cost you anything to click on that link or whatever. Well, good deal, John. Free buses. Yep, they're free today. There you go, John. And they're your video, so you can put them up again. I don't do that very much, but I have reposted a few. Good afternoon, Brian. How are you? Tammy Cogwell. How are you? 65 buses for Tammy. There's a link for Tammy if you check out her. Okay, let me see about Brian here. Brian's got 497 buses. Hey, this here could be doable. Let me post a link. That second link here is for Brian Tuscan. No, and I know I didn't say it right. But anyhow, could we get him to 500? We've got 8 people in here. It would be so easy to get him to 500. You're getting somewhere in the world. Yeah, buddy. If we could get you to 500, you'll be halfway to your 1,000 mark. Um, I think, Tammy, I think that it says 96 here. Nope, I lied to you. 92. Here in Illinois, it's 92 degrees. But anyhow, that second link is for Brian. The first link that I put up is for Tammy. Check them both out. Well, I think it's pretty good. I've got 7 viewers on here. Um, you're quite welcome, Brian. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about support. All right. Help Brian out. Let's see if we can get him to 500 here. Oh, he only needs 2 more. 498. Hey, we can do it. We can do it. $4.99. Well, thank you, John. John, if you're already bust to him, that's all you can do. There's his link again. I had just checked it. $4.99. But don't stop at 500. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Keep going. Oh, thank you, John. John, for telling me that. Okay. John John just pointed me out. Kelly's got 295. Let's uh let's put a link in here for Kelly. Let's see if we can get her 300. Let's see. Brian, did you get your 500 yet? 499. Come on. Yep, Kelly only needs 5 more. And there's the link right above John John's uh, comment. I'm sorry, Kelly, that I didn't put it in there earlier. Okay, Kelly just got a bus. She's at 296. Brian's still at 499. Thank you, Drone Life. I appreciate the thumbs up. Or if you want to, give me a thumbs down. It's the same price. Because if you're in here long enough to give me a thumbs down, it still counts for what I'm after. Yeah, right, Grizz. You wish. You're dreaming now, buddy. All rise. Here's Grizz. You know, Grizz, I was thinking about the video that you made, The Men That Made Me. If you know Grizz 270 and you can go to his video, he's got a video, The Men That Made Him. And if you'll just sit and take the time to listen, it really means a lot and it gets it right to your heart. Sophia. Well, good afternoon to you, Sophia. Thank you for coming by. Sophia, passion for cooking. I dare you to look at her channel. You'll gain 10 pounds just smelling it. Thank you very much. I'm doing fine, having a blast. Um, Pam's in there asleep. I think she was, anyhow. Oh no, Grizz. Am I buffering for you? Yeah, that John, that live stream I made the other day that I was lagging. I don't know what the problem was that YouTube had, but they put the yellow dollar sign on me. I haven't uh, I haven't done a live stream for a while. I thought I'd better get on here and get my hat, or name in the hat. Sophia, happy Father's Day to you also. I hope your father's still living and you had time with him today. Oh, I don't know what's special tonight other than just sitting here chilling, having fun on YouTube on live stream. I I took a trip to Wisconsin And I'm slowly but surely getting these videos out. I've got a bunch of them scheduled every other day. Well, good deal, Sophia with passion. Sophia's passion for cooking. I'm glad that you got to talk to your father today. But anyhow, um, if you check out my channel, I made some videos from when we went to Wisconsin. We had a good time. It was really cool up there. When we went to the island there in Wisconsin, it was 55 degrees. Well, let's give her a shot. Grizz, what do you want me to try? I can't stack BBs in the wind, no. Oh, I'm not a gardener. I just put some flowers together. Don't ask me to do something real hard, though, Grizz. Okay, I will do it, Grizz. Okay, I got my camera off, and you can still hear me. See if that helped you any. You can see my picture of me and my little dog. And check out that one sticker right there by Doing It Cheap Bob. It's got Obama and Hillary, and I voted for all of them, for both of them. And I guess you've already figured it out. I'm not a Trump fan. I hope I don't lose viewers, but I say it how it is. So, Grizz, is that helping you any? I guess you want me to talk though to see if it's still buffering for you. Everybody in chat, I'm still here. I turned the camera off for Grizz to see if that'll help him with these buffering. And it's not the buffering that wow, Grizz, I don't know. I I thought your internet was pretty high tech. The other night, man, I'll tell you what. Now Hangouts for me, when I'm watching it, I don't buffer. But when I would turn it to the YouTube channel part, I could put my hand up, and I'll bet it was a good minute before I seen my hand come up. Now I see a little bit of lag. But the YouTube is always behind uh, Hangouts, always. Lag's one thing, but when you get that little circle going, man, that aggravates me. Well, I got up this morning and I did go to church, but I just can't hang with that preacher, his preaching. So I have started doing it a little different. I listen to him sing because Pam, she sings, and her and the lady playing the piano was the only ones there today singing or leading. And I watched that, and then of course he's got to get up there and read a sermon, and then he's got to preach and go through all that before he's even supposed to. 10, 15 minutes into it, then we take up the offering. And I help this one guy take up the offering. And then when they take it back up and they sing the praise God from whom all blessing flow, that deal, I'm out the door. And I just live across the street. But not a problem. So I come home, do my thing, and then I wait until Pam gets home. And then a lot of Sundays we go eat. Well, she didn't want to go eat today. I said, fine, not a problem. So I went and eat Chinese by myself. Not a problem. And I sprayed that yard again. It's not a big yard back there, but I got more weeds than I got grass. And I'm going to try to kill them weeds. And then maybe the Zoya grass will start coming across there. Because that Roundup only lasts about 2 weeks after it kills everything. John and Kelly's still here. Good deal. So if nothing else, I'll have me a mud pit back there. Sophia passion for cooking. Yeah, I redid one area, cut out a bush and planted some flowers. Put a piece of fence up there because Pam got this bicycle. And I thought, that if that's what she wants to do, I'll put it up for her. Oh, they use their cell phone. Well, Grizz, I got a 22 270. I'll bet you can take out some of them cell phone operators. It wouldn't be a good idea, though. I see, Grizz. Yeah, it makes a difference. Well, I've had trouble with the cable. I'm on cable. Now, I still can have Wi Fi, but I'm hardwired in on my modem. Let's see. I think that's what you call this, a modem. Um, Grizz, uh, I forget what the title to his message is, but Doing It Cheap Bob had a video today, and it's got some adult humor, and he tells you, you know, at the end of his video, you need to check it out. It is funny. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Yep, here it is. Okay, there's a link for Papa Ball. And at the end of this video, he tells a joke. And now, I guess you could call it a little dirty, but not real bad. Uh, but it is funny. You need to check that out. Okay, is the chat working? Okay, this second link is a link for a guy up in Maine. Is He goes by Tommy Trailers. Folks, he's got 882 buses. If you would be so kind to check out that last link and show him some channel love. He needs to get to 1,000. He was monetized, and then YouTube started this threshold, and he lost his monetization. And he really needs that help. And Bob was talking about it. Of course, I was already bust to Tommy Trailers, and someone in his family has a medical problem, and he needs just a little bit of extra money. I'm not saying to send him money. All I'm asking you is, if you can, if you're not sub to him, to sub to him. That's all I'm asking. But anyhow, he's got several videos, and he's a real good welder, and he drives a truck, and he runs heavy equipment. It's just anything to hustle a dollar, because you know how it is. If you got medical bills, you do what you can do to bring home the bacon, as they say. So I thought I'd just put that channel on there at the same time. But that first channel, first link right there, check out Doing It Cheap Bob. He told that joke, and it was funny. I won't play it in here, of course, but good deal, Kelly. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking anybody to try to give him money, just get his sub count up. And check out all the links that I put in there for, like, Kelly, Pretty and Blue 19. She only needed a few to get to 300, I think. Uh, Four more, 296 buses. John's still here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for every minute that you're in here, even if you're not typing. It helps me a lot. I think it's went down 2 degrees. I don't mind it to be hot, but if I'm out doing something, but when I get dressed up, I hate to sweat. Oh my heavens. I just get dripping wet. I just can't handle it. I know, Kelly, and you can go outside and it just burns you when you hit the door. I had to buy a new tarp for my hot tub, and the only color that was available, because I wanted a good heavy tarp, was black. Man, you talk about hot. You can't even hardly touch it. But I bought this particular tarp is a 18 ounce, and I bought a 10 ounce, and it had a seam in it, and that seam just come right apart, and it's not even been on there, through the winter. So I bought this one, and it's got a seam in it. But I've talked to him, and he said, "Well, we've got a special machine that seams them, and it needed to be 8 foot by 8 foot, and all I can get is 8 by 10, and I cut it one way to make it 8 by 8, but it's 5 foot going straight across." And he said that's the widest material that we have, and we have to seam them. Okay, but she said you wouldn't guarantee them. I'm not asking you to guarantee the tarp, because I know over a period of time, sun will eat up the tarp. I just want you to guarantee your seam. He said, I can do that. I'll put on here that we will guarantee that seam. Okay, then I'll keep it, because they was going to have to send me a label and me send it back. I said, it looks like a good quality tarp. If that seam don't come apart in about 2 months. That's right, Kelly. I hate to sweat, you know. Now, if I'm outside and I'm working, of course, I'm different than you. I can take my shirt off, and I just sweat. And then when I come in, I dry pretty quick. But if you're wearing a shirt and you get soaked, and if you're out in public, you got to wear a shirt. But once you get it soaked, you just got to take it off and throw it in dirty clothes, because you can't tolerate it. But now, back when I was working at the lumberyard, which was over 4 years ago, if you if you sweat, once you got to working and you sweat and you soaked your shirt, it would actually cool you. It wouldn't smell very pretty in an hour or so, but But anyhow, it just can't get a happy medium. Either it'll just pour down rain or you don't get nothing. And I think here it's not supposed to rain until Tuesday. So that'll work pretty good. I sprayed at noon tomorrow. If I'll have a day and a half, that should knock them weeds. The water park, yeah. Me and Pam, we like to get in the hot tub. Of course, hot tub, it's really funny. The water in our hot tub is 100 degrees. I've actually turned it down. In the wintertime, I run it about 104. But if you get it any lower than 100, it seems to be cold. Now, if it's a swimming pool, you run it a lot cooler, but it still needs to be 80 or so, or you'll freeze to death. And I do love the water park. That is great. We have a water park that's about an hour and a half from here, and it's got this. I don't know what it's called, but it's this one place where you can climb up there and shoot people with the water gun and stuff. But it's got this big bucket in the middle, and starts filling that bucket. And every so often, when that bucket gets full, it'll dump. And I mean, it just hits you. And man, when you first go in there, you can't handle it. It is cold. But, you know, once you get wet, then you can stand there and take it. I don't know how many gallons up there in that bucket of water, but you can see it up there. You can't see in the bucket, but you can see it up there pouring into the bucket. And every couple of minutes, it'll dump. Wow. It is wonderful. It's fun. And then you can climb up in there and then go down a slide and stuff. I'm getting too fat to do it now. They don't like big people in there. Still a lot of fun though. oh, John, my sister is headed to Florida. Pretty in Blue says bye, Jonathan. Who's leaving? Got to go. John's got to go. Okay. Uh, Everybody, hang tight. I'll be right back. Hello, Gene Chambers. Don't take off. I'll be back. Greater Angela. Hello there. Okay, I'm back. One hundred and three buses for Greater Angela. There's a link for Greater Angela. Angela. Hello, Gene Chambers. How are you? I'm sorry, folks, but man, I had to get me a drink, and this is just water. I had to get me a drink. Whew, about to spit cotton. Miss Pam, she's in there resting her eyes as we speak. Anyhow, there's a channel there. Check her out. I've got an old orange juice bottle I've used for quite a while. I just fill it up with water and put it in the fridge. I don't always do it, but I try to drink one of them bottles a day. Sometimes I don't have any trouble drinking it. And I quit drinking pop. I don't drink pop anymore. Don't drink tea. I drink coffee or water. Good deal, Kelly. Let me put a link up here for you again. I'll be glad to help you. Okay, there is a link for Purdy and Blue 19. If you check out her channel, Stone Yard Vendors, Vineyards, Yards. Okay, let me check out your channel. 141 buses. There's a link for Stone Yard Vineyards. Has 4 children and 8 grandkids. I got a little dog, Sandy K. Hey, hope everybody have a great day. Let me check out Sandy K. Thank you for coming in, Sandy K. 137 buses. There's a link for Sandy K. Let's see if we can get Sandy K and check out Purdy and Blue's channel there. It's the third one up. She only needed 2 more to be 300. $297 is what it says on mine end. I hope everybody looks at each other's channel on here. It doesn't take any time to check out their channel. And if you're checking out their channel and you're not bust to them, go ahead and click on it. Ain't gonna cost you nothing. You're not gonna get no spam from it. And I'm sure that they'll return the favor. And of the most important, take care of your host. Everybody's pretty well bust to me, I'm sure. But I am bust everybody in here because I check out your channel. And if I'm not bust to you, I'll take care of that. You're quite welcome, Sandy. That's what we're here for. It's called support. Oh, well, Gene, let me put you up a link also, buddy. There's a link for Gene Chambers. Check out his channel. In case you don't know, Gene Chambers does a lot of good for the community. He takes toys and dolls and repairs them out of his own pocket. And around Christmas time, he donates it to the little children. And that means a lot to the community, and the kids love it. So if you could help him out. Okay, Sandy K, 298. Is that, okay, that's Gene. Or who is that? Sandy K, it says 137 for you. Oh, okay. Pretty in blue. 298. Yep. Okay, I see it. Sometimes they get lost. Hey, Mr. Teddy Bear, happy Father's Day to everyone. You got it, my friend. 1.1K. Cool. You had to start over. What happened? Was it YouTube or was it you? I think on Gene Chambers, somebody got in there and deleted his channel. I'm doing good, Mr. Teddy Bear. I'm just having a blast sitting here on a Sunday afternoon. Well, I'm over the 1,000 mark, but it just seems like it has stopped. And I'm not greedy. I mean, as long as I stay in over the threshold, that's great. But if I see somebody that needs a sub, I do it. If I get one back, fine. If I don't, fine. I just try to help other people. And I bust to a lot of people don't have no subs. Yeah, Gene, I remembered that. Gene does have an awesome channel. That's why I am very careful of who I have as moderators. Now, I will bust to somebody, even if they don't have any But when they come into my channel, I'm very cautious of who it is. Man, you get all the bad luck, Gene. I heard about that. You was on vacation, somebody broke in, stole your soul. uh, Gene, I made a buy there uh, a day or two ago. Real King, which some people don't have Real Kings, but they had a sale of $109. You might as well say $110. And you got the Milwaukee 18-volt. You got the drill and the flashlight, one battery, and a charger for $110 plus tax. It cost me $117. Now I had a drill, the very same drill, but this this drill is just a little shorter, and I don't know how to explain it. Man, it is fast. And when you pull the trigger, the light always comes on the drill. But this one, when you pull the trigger, the light stays on for a while. I don't know how many seconds, maybe 15, 20 seconds, then the light will go off. But it's pretty handy when you're underneath some place where it's dark. You can pull the trigger and look at what you're doing, and then you can see where to put the drill bit. I know, Mr. Teddy Bear, it's hard to keep track of everybody, and you can't watch everybody's channel. There's just no way. I'm trying to catch up on the chat. Um, if you pronounce that Robo, it's a good product. We just happen to have this Milwaukee set that I do have. I bought from work. I don't even know what I give for it, but it came with a impact driver and a drill and two batteries and a charger. Then I bought a Sawzall, but it takes a thicker battery, and you can charge all the batteries in the same charger, but you can't use the little batteries in the Sawzall. You can take the big battery and put it in the drill and the impact driver, but you can't vice versa. But anyhow, I thought it would be pretty neat to have two chargers, because if you actually are out there doing something, you'll run a battery dead in just no time. So now I've got one thick battery, big battery, whatever you want to call it, and I've got three of the little batteries. But you can use the big battery in anything, but you can't use the little batteries in the Sawzall, and they wouldn't last very long anyhow. Annie, I'm crazy. How are you tonight? And what is really funny about these Milwaukee batteries, they don't just get weak. When you're using them, they got full power. And, and they will run until they're dead. I mean, you can be drilling or cutting, and it's not slow or weak. You'll be going, and then boom, nothing, which is pretty good because that way you don't get half a battery used up and think, well, now I gotta go charge it because I don't have no power. USB charger. Well, I guess that'd be okay to charge your phone or something. Well, good deal, Annie. I'm crazy. I'm glad that you're okay. I got a little dog sitting here. He's got his watch. And he says it's 5 o'clock. We're talking to people. Can you wait a little bit? If you check out my channel, here, let me turn my camera off. That's a picture of my little dog right there. There you go. I'm back. I'm back. Well, thank you, Gene Chambers. Keep up the good work, buddy. Yeah, this is my little boy. I hope everybody's having a good day today. Well, thank you, Sandy K. I'm not going to stay on here very much longer either because my sister's on vacation. So I'm taking care of their dog. And of course, I got my little dog. And they probably both have to go out because they're both right here in the room waiting on me. And they get their time set, boy. And then this one here, this little guy, he thinks it's time to eat something. It's just like he's going to eat at the table. Thank you, Pretty and Blue. Kelly, I appreciate your time, and you have a good day with your father. Boy, since I quit drinking pop and tea and all that, water tastes good. But I don't like ice in it. I'm not crazy about ice. When you go to a restaurant, you tell them, I want water, but just a little bit of ice. And a lot of times, you want lemon? No, I don't want a lemon. I just want some water. So here they'll come with a glass and that much ice in it. And there's no water. It's full of ice and there's no water to it. And you're inside and it's cool, so the water won't melt, or the ice won't melt when it's cool in the air conditioning or whatever. They don't understand that. Then they'll come, you want more water? Yeah. Don't put any more ice in it. Just fill it up with water. So that's the reason why I just take a, well, you can use anything, but this just what I had handy. I just take an old orange juice bottle. I like it because the lid screws off real easy. Fill it up with water and set it in the ice box. Brian, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Hello to you, Brian, and happy Father's Day to you. Cool, cool, cool. Brian's got 1.3K buses. Oh no, I don't burn too bad if I take it slow. I just work out in the yard without a shirt on. But I see I'm dark complected to start with. But boy, back when I was a kid, right here on my shoulders, toward the back, and your neck, oh, it would burn and peel. Oh my gosh. If They claim that you take that aloe vera oil or liquid or whatever and put on it, it takes the burn out. It does. That reflection just burns you to a crisp. Yeah, it will. Just like, you're out swimming in the pool or whatever, and you're just above the water, when you're out there just playing in the water or whatever. Man, it'll burn your shoulders just like crazy. We've got a hot tub, okay, and try to get in it in the morning, but them covers are expensive. And I just bought a new tarp to put over the cover, just kind of protect it. Well, it's an 18 ounce, but it's black. Man, you talk about hot, but it'll still protect that hot tub cover. And that cover is about 400 $400, you know. Hello, Sam Wise. Man, how have you been? Sam, you got any new videos out? Looks pretty well like the same ones. Your last one was 3 months ago with Sparky. Hello, Brian's back. Oh, yeah. Sam's a father. Happy Father's Day to you, Sam. Well, you're on here now, Sam. So that's all that matters. And I thank you for your support. That's a good deal, Sam. I'm glad you're having time with your boy. I don't I don't have any children. I never wanted any children. Uh, I'm glad that my dad and mom didn't feel that way before I was born. Uh, Brian, it would be a lot of fun on the boat. Well, Sam, I went to me and Pam and I, we went to Door County, Wisconsin. Uh, we left on the 3rd and we got back on the 11th. Well, I took some videos and I've been putting one up every other day. And if you check it out, I mean, there's some pretty scenery up there. You're exactly right. Would not trade them for the world. No, sir. Well, I've been married. Pam's my 3rd marriage. And I was very careful when I was married the first time. And when I got married the second time, me and my second wife, we didn't want any children. Okay, she already had 2 boys. So that was good enough for her. So I took precautions to take care of that. So then she had health problems and she passed away. And we was married 19 years. Okay, so me and Pam, we got married in 2010. Well, she can't have any children anyhow. And I can't have any children either because I got that problem fixed. So, but yes, if I would have had a child, I would have took care and supported them. Yeah, I'd been just like you, Brian. That's exactly right. Good deal. Sam Wise said he saw the fish video. That that one with the storyteller of the fish boil, it it's 36 minutes long. It could be boring, but I found it to be interesting. And I don't have a real good camera as far as the sound with the wind. And oh, it was cold and the wind was blowing. No kidding. Hang on to her. I don't want to break another one in. That's right, Sparky. You're absolutely right. Well, Sparky, you was talking about your camera changing the format. I'm just wondering if you could put it on. There's two ideas I have. If you could use the Windows Movie Maker to convert it, and then I have a program called Wondershare, and it has a place on there that you can convert to a different format. Now it's not free. I purchased it and I don't remember what I give for it. But I wouldn't tell you to get it because I don't know if it'll work. But I have reformatted different videos with it. So that might be something to look into. But that looked like a pretty neat little camera. I'd like to have a camera where I could see, like if I'm making a video of me, let's see, I got it upside down. Say I'm taking a video of myself, I can't see, I can see on this side, it's got a nice, but I can't see what I'm doing if I'm doing a selfie. So I'd like to have one that the screen would turn to where you could set it up on a tripod and you could see what you're filming when you're in the camera yourself. Um, Grizz uses handbrake all the time, but I run all my videos through Movie Maker. I hope people's not getting bored of it, but I've got this intro. It says it's a Kim Fyffe thing. You wouldn't understand it. And then at the end of the videos, I have another one set to where thank you for subscribing, support, and share or something. I don't know exactly what I got, but I always run it through, and then I can put more than one video together. And of course, if I set it up on a tripod, I turn it on, and then I walk around, and I take all that out. And I will have to give credit for the movie maker idea from Pickerick One, because he stepped me through it and showed me how to use it, and so did Grizz. I know what you're saying. The format of your brand new camera, you can't get it to upload into your computer. So I was looking at some. I found something like what you got for like $200, I think, that the screen will turn. And as long as it's got an SD card, I think I'd be good to go. If I can plug it into my computer, I can get her to go. So, does your new camera have an SD card? I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Well, good deal. So you're not getting bored with it yet. Okay, this is an SD card, and I've got a electronic picture frame that uses these, and now this particular card is a 32 gig, and I steal it from my picture frame when I go on vacation, so I don't have to worry about my videos. But I learned something on this trip. I took a video of that fish boil, and when you turn on, even though the camera or the card's not full, I had plenty of memory on there, but it'll only run for 29 minutes, and then it shuts off. So I didn't know this, so I run and grabbed Pam's camera because I thought I'm out, you know, my card's done. But anyhow, I run and got hers for the last 10 minutes of the video, okay, or 6 or whatever it is. If now that I know this, I can turn it off and then turn it back on, then I can go for another 29 minutes. Right. My camera has a cord that I can link to my computer. But I don't use that feature other than to charge my camera. I take my card out, and if your computer does not have a card reader, you can buy these card readers. They're really cheap. Let's see. They're really cheap. Oh, but you have to hang on to it. Ah, there it is. Quit looking for it. I found it. But anyhow, you just put the card in there, plug this into USB port, and you can open it up and go from there. It works slicker than slick can be. You just plug that in there like that, plug that into your USB port, and you can look at everything on this file, videos, pictures, and all. And then I just wait until I get home on the computer, and I run every video that I put up through Windows Movie Maker. And since I'm so shaky, it has a feature on there for I don't remember what it's called, but anyhow, you run it and it will take a lot of the shaking out. It does hold a lot of videos, but like I said, when you start it and you take a video, it'll only run for 29 minutes and it shuts off. If you shut the camera down and turn it back on, then I think you can go for another 29 minutes. I haven't tried it. Now, it's all plastic. It won't break. But you can pick these up. Just look online for a card reader, an SD card reader. And I don't know, they got to be under $10. But now Pam's computer, I bought a Dell for her, and it has a card reader built in, and my laptop has a card reader built into it. Okay. Um, Now my GPS has a micro SD card. So you have to have a different uh, you have to have a converter to use it to look at them. But Sparky, you've got a laptop that should have a card reader in there. And if you take that card out of your camera and put that in the card reader, I'll bet you could get your program to see that. But maybe not. If it records in a different format, probably not. I really don't know what format that my camera records in. It probably does. It probably does, Sparky, to save the battery. I don't know. I I usually don't ever record 29 minutes. I'll record 10 minutes or so and I'm done. When I did the rubber ducks in the hot tub, I told my wife, I said, now we'll kind of watch the clock in 10 minutes. We'll keep it 10 minutes because myself, if I'm watching a video after 10 minutes, I lose interest in it real quick. It's just about like going to church. He starts preaching and maybe I can hang for 5 minutes. But to make up the time, he just keeps repeating, you know. So after 10 minutes, I'm done. So I don't even stay for his sermon anymore. I go and I listen to music. I listen to him read the scripture. And then he reads another scripture. And after the offering's taken up, I go home. But now that you're saying that, Sparky, I could have a setting to save the battery. And I had to buy a new battery for my camera. Um, let's see, we went to Indy sometime in April. And I charged my battery up, and in 5 minutes it'd run down. So they had a Best Buy up there at Indy, and I went in and bought me a camera, or not a camera, but a battery. And it's quite pricey. But, they've got them cheaper, but cheap is always the best. You can't speak it. Yep. Well, it looked like a really good little camera. This this camera right here, uh, let's see, it's a Nikon. Okay, well it'll take still pictures and videos. And we was on a cruise ship, and my other one went to pop. All right, so I went. I took my camera and I talked to one of the professional guys. I said, "Well, I don't know what's going on my camera, but everything's pink. Everything's pink." And he said, "Well, take it up there to our photo store and see if he can look at it and go into the settings or something and fix it." Well, I don't know as he really tried that hard. He didn't try to sell me a camera, but I told him, I said, "I know how to fix it. Get down there and find me a good camera," which is this one right here. And I give $200 for it on the ship. Now, I came home and I looked it up, and I could have bought this camera on Amazon for 160 bucks. Okay. But the whole trip, I wouldn't have had any pictures, videos, or nothing. So to me, it was worth the $200 to get it right then. So I made sure that it would work with my SD card, and I deleted everything off of my other camera. Of course, I took the uh, SD card out because I had to use it in the new one. It didn't come. The new one didn't come with an SD card for 200 bucks. It didn't come with an SD card, but that's okay. And I took the battery out of the old one, and I went back up to the room out there on the balcony and set that old camera out there in the Atlantic Ocean. So if you want a camera, it's down there in the Atlantic Ocean, somewhere from Florida down to the Bahamas, somewhere in between there. They said, "Oh, you're not supposed to throw anything." Oh, whoops, sorry. But anyhow, I'm well pleased with it, and I have a tripod that screws in the bottom of it, and I bought a suction cup holder that I can put this on the windshield. I didn't take it with me, and I could have filmed that traffic a little easier. I just had Pam to hold it. I did make my very last video. It will air June the 2nd. The traffic in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Bumper to bumper. But we had a lot of fun. But I've been doing the schedule thing now. I put my videos up. I have it set for 7 a.m. And once people start seeing that's when it's going to hit, they'll start looking, or they'll get notifications or whatever. But anyhow, so I took a lot of videos. I'm hoping that people will enjoy to watch them. I try to keep them short. The fishbowl with the storyteller was another thing. That got a little longer than what I intended on, but he starts telling a story before they put the potatoes in the water. And that's a very interesting video because he tells the history on how the Ice Age broke the thumb of Wisconsin away from the mainland, and it created a bay down through there, clear down to Green Bay. Oh, I see what you're saying. When they advertise it's something to do with um, the videos you put up, yeah. But anyhow, when we went on the cruise, I come back and I put a video up every day. I'd make a video and put it up every morning, and I'd start it just whenever. I didn't know how to schedule it. I learn as I go. And Grizz actually told me how to do it. When I upload it to, let's see, private, I believe it is. I used to upload it unlisted, but you put it up private, and then that way, if they're going to yellow $ it, then they'll do it before it comes live. See? And then you schedule it for 7 a.m. And regardless of what I'm doing, at 7 a.m. it starts. And then, you know, that that solved the problem of, oh, I got up late and I didn't get it going until 8, or I started beforehand. But I've got video scheduled clear till June the 2nd. That's my last video. And of course, I'll throw a live stream in between there every so often, you know. Now, people lost interest in that fish boil because I think it was too long. But I try to make mine about 10 minutes, 10 minutes or less. Now, some of my videos is only like 2 minutes. That might be a little short, but you don't lose people's interest. And if they're going down through your channel and they say, "Oh, well, this is only 2 minutes, so I'll check this out real quick." Here's my rubber band ball. That is rubber bands from the newspaper. And of course, my sister, she saves hers and gives them to me. And I've been doing this for, I'm sure, over a year. It's starting to get heavy and it bounces. Well, you're going to be bored if you're going to make a rubber band ball. Pam was taking guitar lessons, okay? And these guys, unless they have a customer, they don't have nothing to do, unless they're stocking shelves or pricing something when it comes in and stuff. And he he was working on his rubber band ball. I thought, well, heck, I can do that. And I just took one rubber band and folded it a couple of times, took another one, twist it, what have you. And pretty soon it started making a ball, and then you can get a whole bunch of wraps out of one rubber band. Now it's getting big enough that I can only go around here twice. I put it around there, give it a twist, and put it around there one more time. One rubber band from the newspaper will only go around twice. And then my sister, bless her heart, she bought me a package of, let's see, there's red and blue, but they're bigger rubber bands. So I'm saving these to put, because eventually the ball will get too big that the newspaper ones won't work. So then I'll start using these colored ones, because these are big rubber bands. I have no idea, Sparky, what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to leave it set here on my desk and say, look, see my rubber band ball? I got big balls. There's a video, and you need to look it up. This guy had a rubber band ball, and he wrapped it in a or a saran wrap or whatever, so he could roll it to the park. And then it weighed over 200 pounds. And then he bought special big rubber bands to put on this ball, and he'd let other people put more rubber bands on it before he took it back home. Well, I mean, if you get a newspaper and they put rubber band around your newspaper, what are you going to do with them? You're going to throw the bands away, and I don't waste them. I put them on this rubber band ball. And when I hold this up, a lot of people think that that's yarn. But every one of them is uh, rubber bands that come off a newspaper. Every one of them. It's just a conversation piece. And like I say, my sister, she'll keep like 2 weeks worth, and then she'll bring me a whole handful. and I'll sit down here at the computer and put them on there. And some of them are weak. Some of the rubber bands are really cheap. Of course, I'm sure that he uses whatever, and they'll break. So yeah, if you want a rubber band, but the problem of it is it's hard to find the last one that you put on there because it's kind of like where's Waldo? But like I say, it keeps me occupied. Doesn't cost anything. My sister bought them rubber bands, and she keeps asking me, "When are you going to use them?" When that rubber band gets too small from the newspaper, then I'll put these on there. But so far, I can get 2 wraps out of one rubber band, so I'll be able to start just putting it one time, and that'll go a long ways. When you because you can pull it out a good ways. Yeah, I'd say it was getting a little bit bigger than a softball. Yeah, let's see what the diameter is. Uh, 4 3/8 inches diameter when you measure across it. 4 3/8 inches. Almost 4.5, not quite. I have no idea how big a softball is, but it's a lot bigger than a baseball. It's getting to the size you can't hardly cup it, hold it in your hand. And I don't know how heavy it is, but it is getting heavier as time goes. Brian, 1 2 3 4 5 8. You didn't miss anything of any value. I was talking about my rubber band ball, and me and Sparky was talking about our cameras. Sparky got him a new camera for Father's Day, but it has a different format, and his movie maker program that he has, it don't want to read it. So he's got to figure out how to change it to format so he can take it into his new format or his video, whatchamacallit. Yep. Well, this is my desk. So we got all kinds of things. You know, this I went to a garage door seminar about an hour from here, and we sold Rainer garage doors. And this this is a real neat tape measure because it automatically locks, and you push that down, and that brings it in. All rubber bands, even right to the core, Brian. When I started it, I took one rubber band and folded it, and took another rubber band and started wrapping it around until I could get it to hold itself. And then I just kept wrapping new ones, and here we go. Just keeps getting bigger. But I don't have the record yet. It'll eventually get too big to put on the desk. I have it right here at the desk. Wolf Pack, or Wolf Spirit and the Pack. Good evening to you, buddy. Oh, that's a lady. Pardon me. Well, hello, Miss Pam. Did you come back alive?
Yeah. Trying to get through the zoo.
Well, I just used the back or the rubber bands from the newspaper,
Hi, babies.
and just tell him to take two rubber bands, take one and fold it over so you have something to start wrapping it around, and just keep wrapping it, and then get that third rubber band and just keep it up. How long, Pam? How long have I been doing this?
Oh,
It's been over a year, isn't it?
who did we first see do it?
When you did your music lessons.
Oh, yeah, it's been over a year.
That's how I got started. Pam was taking guitar lessons, and at the music store they was making one because they get packages, things in packages that's they use rubber bands, you know.
That was a failed project.
Drunken One, which we call him Sparky, said hi to you, Pam.
Hi, Sparky. Kate, stop it.
Did I miss you? Yeah, I missed you.
What am I doing with you? What am I doing with you?
Pam can't see the screen, but Brian said hi to Pam. Hello, Pam.
Hello, everybody. Oh, as I hobble back to the bed.
Hey, what's for supper time? I'm thinking it's about time to eat.
Well,
You
excuse me.
got one of your magics?
No. Oh,
Maria's back. Hey, glad to see you back. Well, it's real close to 3 hours I've been on here, and I'm gonna have to take the dogs out, and I don't want to leave you with an empty live stream. So I'm going to say thank each and every one of you for being here. Without you, I wouldn't have a live stream. Yeah, and I'm going to do that too, Maria. I'm going to find something to eat here in a little bit. And but anyhow, I got to take dogs out, and I'm already an hour over my pills. So everybody have a good Father's Day, and if you have a father that's living, I don't care if you haven't seen him today. Call him, and if you're mad at him, call him and tell him that you love him. Because I want to tell you, my father passed away 20 years ago, and there's a lot of times I would just like to be able to sit down and talk to him and tell him my problems and say, Dad, what do I need to do? Just don't don't pass it up. If you have a time, make time. Tell your dad that you love him. And your mom too. Yeah. See, then you know what I'm talking about, Maria. That's why I say if you have a father that's living, don't hesitate. Call him, go see him, talk to him, somehow communicate with him and tell him that you love him. And even if you're having problems, you only have one dad. I'm sorry to hear that, Brian. I am very sorry. And I understand that too. And I apologize if I made you feel bad, but I'm just trying to explain to you. I went for a few years and never talked to my dad, but I was talking to him before he passed. So um, that's why I say time goes quick. We can't turn it back. You you cannot turn it back. So I am not a father myself, but I knew that this would bring a lot of people out because it is Father's Day, and and have people to thank. Well, I haven't talked to my dad today. I give him a call. No, you can't, Brian. And but hopefully you had someone acting as your father, a stepfather. You know, there you go, Sparky. I seen the birthday video. Okay, I'm gonna quit rambling. I said I was going, and then I get to going. But I just want everybody to know that you can't You can't turn it back any, and a foul word, you can't take that away. You know, I had problems. Well, there you go, Brian. Same same deal. And you miss him every day. I think about Dad about every day of the world. All right, for now, people, may the peace and the power of the Lord be with you. Goodbye.